Been steady working on the van, kind of odds and ends here and there. Made quite a bit of progress. Haven't been filming as much of it as I would like to because it takes so much time, or feels like so much time, or extra time, to set up the camera, make sure the camera's rolling. If the camera's just rolling all the time, then I have like 5 and 6 hours of nothing, basically. So I try to like only run the camera when I'm doing things, and then I get ready to do something and I go to turn the camera on and the battery's dead, or the gimbal battery's dead, and it gets to be one extra task in a lot of tasks that I'm trying to do at one time, so it kind of gets overlooked. But I'm gonna kind of give you a walkthrough of what we got going on right now, and try to film some of the stuff that we do today. Also, a lot of this I have to do after work, which is at night, and it's dark, so it's like hard to film when it's dark too. So alright, so this weekend got the shower mixer plumbed in. See that in there. I was gonna plumb this behind this wall so that the shower mixer was there, but with the porta potty in here, your back would be like sitting against the faucets, so I wanted to put it on the side. And this is going to be a hanging wardrobe in here, so this is going to kind of be blocked off, and the clothes hanging, that won't really bother it, so I think that's going to be just fine. Got the water heater, you got the hot and cold lines that are running up to the shower. Furnace goes here. It's in the garage, but it's pretty much ready to go in. And got the two 350 amp hour each deep cycle batteries, AGMs. There is the inverter, 2000 watt pure sine inverter charger from Ames. There's the water pump and the accumulator tank, and then here's the 33 gallon water tank there in the back. Pretty much got that mounted and framed in. And then obviously the top of the bed here with some of the supports. So moving right along. Of course, we picked the best time to convert a van. Last week it was like relatively warm, at least like in the 40s or 50s. This week it's like in the 20s, and that sucks. It's really hard to work on the van when it's that cold. You can work pretty efficiently for 45 minutes or an hour, but then usually you're so cold and your hands numb out, and then you kind of cut corners and do things that are sloppy because you want to get it over with. So I try to not really work as much when it's that cold, or do little things here and there. Here's kind of a shot from the back, what the water tank looks like. So the bikes are gonna go over here. They both kind of slide in on this side. We're making a spot to stick snowboards on this side, and then in the center here is going to be 3 drawers, a shallow one obviously here, and then 2 deep ones. It's going to be pretty sweet. I'm excited, even though I don't look like it. What's up, guys? This is tough. A super advanced level of Tetris. Trying to fit the water tank, these enormous batteries, the inverter, pump, accumulator tank, bikes, snowboards, everything under here, and then get everything secured, and then build drawers around it for storage. It's basically a nightmare, and I worked for like an hour and I feel like I haven't done anything. Very slow progress. I got the propane tank mounted underneath. The furnace is in, the water heater's in. I kind of got the blank piece that's going to be the front of the bed. We got to cut holes in that for cupboards and drawers and the table and stuff like that. Basically, it's going pretty slow. But that's okay. We're having fun. So I got holes drilled to mount the solar panels. I just use grade 8 bolts and basically mount it under the sheet metal, and then the brackets are going to mount onto those bolts. There's 2 1/4-inch grade 8 bolts on each bracket, 4 brackets per panel. I got those drilled and mounted the bolts. Now I'm going to run the cables for the charge controller. I'm trying out one of these Make Sky Blue Chinese charge controllers. They're like really well reviewed, even though it looks like a dinky cheap piece of crap. They're supposed to be really good, like as good as the like ones that are 5 times the price. So we'll see. So we're gonna get this wired up today, run the cables for the solar panels, and get the solar panels mounted. Got the biggest cables in the world mounted on the inverter. Crazy thing is, this is like what Ames says is required for this inverter. It's only 2,000 watts. It's massive. But yeah, got these mounted on the inverter, which weighs 95 pounds. We're gonna move this out of the way, get the rest of the charge controller wired up, get this panel mounted, and then we'll be ready to put the solar panels up, which are also huge. Everything in here is huge. Shower's huge, inverter's huge, panels are huge.